leadership is just rapidly going. Everybody that seems to want to be a leader, they end up dead.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Monks My Sway, the channel.
She won't read.
Hello everyone, it is Thursday, March 5th, and I gotta just move this little thing. Oh, there it is. And I'm gonna put this on for sure. This a little bit more color. Is it colorful enough? That one, I guess. Okay. When it goes all blue and all green, or blue and then red, it throws my color balance off. I'm not good at color balancing.
I'm listening.
Editing, I edit as well. This stuff, I'm listening. Goes 2 boxes. Okay, gotten that. Okay. Thursday. Okay, calm down. There's nothing I have to rush off to. But I don't want to make this super long either. It's a little vlog, little news. The weather's nice. I think things are going along. I don't have any major appointments right now. My sister's back from her procedure. Okay, thank you, Mickey, or everyone. They don't call them operations anymore for medical. They call them procedures. Procedure. It's minor, but it's, still, it's like, shoulder thing. So, yeah, well. Accident. I digress.
How many are there?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. No one's in an accident. Not here, anyway. Of course, the news. The war. Right? Iran war. Okay, now they're kind of, from my understanding, the U.S. was in place doing the ultimatum, and Israel jumped the gun and fired, and then the U.S. is firing like directly afterwards. So it's kind of joint, but they were in control. You see, they're trying to figure out this thing. And they're trying to figure out, because it's ongoing right now. There's the U.S. submarine that shot a torpedo and sunk a battleship, or some type of, not battleship, what was it? Some type of, whatever, military ship from Iran. And it was coming out of India on some type of touring, like the military tours with other militaries, and they do a joint parade, and then they're coming back from India, so it wasn't a mission. So they're in the Indian, right off of Sri Lanka, and they just torpedoed them because they are Iranian. So you got 80 people that got killed right there. And then the missiles that were fired initially, Israel found out intel, but even though the CIA was operating at the same time, but Trump gets a Netanyahu phone call because they found out that Israel intel found out. Maybe it was false information too, you don't know. But they said to Trump that all the leaders are in one spot right now, so it's go time, and so that's why now. See, because there's a word, imminent, that Trump is using to justify. We were in imminent, the U.S., and U.S. people were in imminent danger. Therefore, the U.S. had to shoot and fire upon Iran. And they're refusing to call it an invasion, even though it's like we attacked their country. Okay, you can't refute that. We didn't go into there quite yet. That's another story. But Iran was attacked, so the missiles invaded their airspace and bombed it. And well, anyways, the missiles came in, took out the leaders, because Netanyahu told Trump, hey, they're all in one spot, let's go. And so Israel fired, and they're just probably like, okay, it's go time. And that's how it sort of began. And the strategic strikes took out military leaders. So not only that the Ayatollah Khamenei was killed, the leader, who is the successor to the Khomeini from before, which is the hostage crisis in the 80s. Now, not only was the Ayatollah taken out, the top 5-ish leaders were taken out too, so there's no real successor at the moment. And they had the big Iranian revolutionary army and all the uprising people left behind, making chaos, but they managed to fire retaliatory missiles and drones back at Israel and all these other countries that surround Iran, that are kind of Arab countries. So to point out this, Iranians are Persian, and the countries around them are Arab. And one time I made the mistake of calling this is years ago, there was like, so you're from Persia, that doesn't make you an Arab? And they were this girl was so insulted. I'm not Arab, I'm Persian. So mentally, culturally, there's a big distinction between I'm not Arab, I'm Persian for them. So, hitting the countries around them that are Arab, because it's all Islamic stuff going on. So there's Islamic stuff going on. They hit the Arab countries that were allied with the U.S. And this is
You don't understand.
stuff in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, these kind of countries, and so it's a hodgepodge mess. All these old all these old rivalries and grievances and this kind of thing. It's like, well, once they started firing missiles, free for all. So it seems like you smoke them if you got them type of thing with missiles and drones. And Iran's got plenty of drones, and they're going all over the place. And these things are 10 foot wide. They're computer-directed GPS, and then they build it and just payload of a bomb. Big, giant it's like a airplane model that's 10 foot wide. Comes in with a little propeller on the back, like the torpedo with wings, and comes in and just boom, blows up the whole city block pretty much. Not good if it has your coordinates. So that's kind of what's going on. Now, there's two words that they're trying to justify it, because Trump
I can see you.
doesn't have a plan. He just did it out of Mar-a-Lago. So with no plan, they're saying, Congress declares war, not you. What are you doing? What's your plan? Why did you do that? So Trump's saying, well, the U.S. is under imminent danger. I mean, the immediate, right now danger. And the nukes that Iran was going to make were not being able to be made because Israel and the U.S. bombed Iran earlier for about 12 days, and then they did the bunker bombs in the centrifuge nuclear material concentration lab underground bombs. Boom, boom, it was obliterated. So was it obliterated? They kept saying it was obliterated. And then they had a question about that. So now they're making a bomb and they're a week away. Someone said they were a week away from having a nuclear bomb. So we had to bomb them now. So they're putting that out there. Imminent. Imminent copy. So, imminent, and the other one is preemptive. Now, this is not good. Now, President Bush, way back when, in the Iraq war,
I can't get through.
Right next door, Iraq. He was saying they have weapons of mass destruction, and he went in to attacking. That was the troops in the ground too. They attacked Iraq, went right into Baghdad. I remember it took like a week there, and they took out Baghdad. We captured Baghdad. So, imminent danger and preemptive strike. Bush, they weren't attacked by Iraq, but we attacked them as the U.S. So we preemptively struck them before they struck us with their weapon of mass destruction. So preemptive strike has been coined, and now it's used here, where it's imminent. We're in imminent danger, so we had to. Oops. Thank you. We had to preemptive strike, which means shot first. They attack. They just, I feel like I'm in danger. I'm gonna attack you. That person might attack me. I'm gonna shoot them. It's just, what the heck? So they're doing this with warfare. Preemptive strike. So preemptive strike here, preemptive strike there. And in Congress, they're saying, well, it's not a war. You see, it's not a war. Because Congress only declares war. So what they're doing right now under presidential powers, so you have like 90 days to do something presidential, but then you got to stop and ask Congress if you're going to war. So this, what are you doing? What's your plan? It's imminent danger, preemptive strike. Now they're trying to explain it to Congress. So they can't call it a war, so they keep saying it's not a war. Is it a war? No, it's not a war. It's a strategic operation. It's a military thing. You know, they're using any other wording except war. So you can't say war.
It's not for you.
But when you look at this thing, that's exactly what's going on from day one, which was a Saturday last. That preemptive strike, boom, took out military leaders. They retaliate with missiles and drones. So you got missiles and drones going this way. You got missiles going that way. Bombs going back and forth on day 1 and 2. That's a war. That's a war. That's a war. Parabellum, before the war. Bellum, more. Okay, I'm ill. I'm getting sick of this too. I don't know how much I can wake up in the morning and talk about this war stuff. I mean, 6 so far troopers have been killed for the U.S. because of these strikes, and then because of missiles going into Tehran, Iran. Tehran's the biggest city. Their people, Republican thing, are saying 1,000 people were killed. Their little school of girls were killed, and so the reports are who's saying what, and how reliable are these things? But people are definitely being killed and dying because of all this. We have 4 to 6 service, I think 6 service people. I don't know if some of them are civilian though. But the Americans killed service people, and they're quick to go, oh, you know, yeah, they died, didn't have to, but they got hit. And so, anyways, it doesn't escape me that war is it's evil, it's killing, it's all this stuff, and pathetic, yeah. And for what? We weren't in imminent danger. They didn't have ICBM missiles. They didn't have nuclear capabilities. Yeah, they were a bad regime. I agree there, and they're killing their own people. I see that. That's horrible. But we can't be, I don't like the way that country is hurting their people. I'm going to go over there and preemptive strike, because they might strike us, because we're in position right there. Can't just go picking wars just because you don't like the way they're doing their thing in their country, even how evil they might be. Because I think all of this is not about regime, well, it is about regime change, because they want someone else to run Iran that's Bush friendly and Trump friendly. They want someone friendly, to the US to run Iran. They don't want it to be a problem. They want it to be an ally, and Israel is not. So anyways, yeah. It's not really about regime change. It's not really about imminent threat. It's not really about preemptive strike. They're just excuse for doing things. It's about oil, for sure. It's going to wind up because Iran, right there, the Strait of Hormuz, where all the oil tankers go back and forth, and as soon as Iran was struck, and since this trouble began, this war began, that oil prices went up, jacked up, and then they're like, oh shit, oil production back and forth. We got crude oil going out there in the tankers. It's about the oil, really.
Psychic.
That's the thing, once again, because that's usually what wars are. It's about resources and territory. It's not about...
How come?
I don't like them, but we can't be going around bombing nations because we don't like them. And also, here's another motive on it. It's supposed to look good before the midterm elections. See, Trump's supposed to come out like a hero, like he got Osama bin Laden, which is a totally different scenario. He got this guy that was a crappy dictator. Oh, but Iran has a long history. Yeah, they have a long history of being like, evil dictator, killer crap. And they did hostage, but they gave back the hostages after, 444 days. But anyhow, yeah, they were bad. But we don't really have any excuse to go in there and just fire upon them. We sent the whole military down there and just bombed the crap out of them. And now we just destroyed their country. Now there's like the mess of, we destroyed their country, now what we're going to do? And yeah, the motive of oil and looking good. It's a photo op, it's optics for the midterm elections. But I think that's basically going to backfire. Instead of making it look like we got 9/11, the country's unified, I'm the unifier, we're unified, we have a common enemy. Instead of this, it's going to be like, you got us into a forever war, and the tariffs, and ICE agents. Oh, by the way, the ICE agents, they're interrogating Wobart, the ICE person. There's too much stuff. I'm trying to make this short, but there's a war going on. Let's see Hawaii news. Yeah. Hawaii news, the conflict widens. It's basically Middle East crisis, a Middle East war. Because all that whole area is going to be all... U.S. sinks an Iranian ship in where? Right off of Sri Lanka, which is India area. So it's like, what the fuck? Oh, Tehran and this thing. So now it's like war in the Senate because they're trying to stop Trump from doing war powers. They're trying to curb his War Power Act. It failed in the Senate, shot down in the Senate. They're trying to do it in the House. It's probably going to shut down there too. So he's going to have that war powers for 90 days, and that's 3 months of this. And in sports, okay, we have volleyball. Yay! As you can see, the volleyball guys are playing with the Aloha shirts. But here we have UH's Lewis swing against Pepperdine. They played against Pepperdine and lost. That's the only picture of Pepperdine. And I'm sad that they lost. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh yeah, they're trying to do Pepperdine. But that's one of the big rivals. So I think. Oh wait, let's just get back in the day. Yeah. Back in the day, 1981. You can all relax. Is get out there and open up. Have your blood pressure checked. I thought you were just looking at the backpack. John Kirk, Blood Bank of Hawaii. Oh, let's take some blood. Oh, let's make a vampire joke. Ha 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 ha. Just give me a cookie. She cut the ribbon and tripler van goes around on military installations, draw blood, process in the location rather than moving you back to the laboratory. So we just go around, we drive there and get you bag of blood. Court orders administration prepare for tariff refunds. That's the other big thing. Liberation Day, now pay it back. That's like to the tune of $240 billion. They tried to curb the war powers. No. Yeah, no. There's a rescue for a hot air balloon running in the streets of Tehran. Here's the cartoon. Middle East. Yeah, like the fall of Saigon. And you're at the embassy. It's famous fall of Saigon. Looks like the same. We have a helicopter from old helicopter. Maybe a couple of you can fit in. Oh, evacuate everybody, because people are they're stuck there. After the photo of Vietnam, okay, yeah, the famous fall of Vietnam. They pushed the Saigon. On top of that, they pushed the helicopter off the thing after a little while.
Always.
Always? Okay. And what do we have? Oh, a bunch of bongs. Oh god, dig a bong hit here. Definitely. What do we got here?
Cannabis, bloody irony, sauce, through the union of plotting, media.
Oh, that's tempting. Let's do this one now.
Adult use cannabis. Adult use cannabis plan budding with irony.
Oh, budding with irony.
It is comforting to know that the program manager for the State Department of Health's Office of Medical Cannabis Control and Regulation, Hegseth, has acknowledged that legalizing adult use of cannabis might bring more than extra tax money.
Report shows strong use of biomedical cannabis program. Site article February 6.
He indicates that the money can be used to warn the public of risks of using cannabis to fund substance abuse and prevention programs. Hopefully, our legislators will see the irony of authorizing retail cannabis sales only to use the consequent tax dollars to educate the public on its harms. An independent analysis commissioned by State Office of Medical Cannabis Control and Regulation cites studies that suggest youth cannabis use is often lower in areas without retail stores. Other studies have found possible links with impaired driving. Isn't Hawaii pushing to reduce traffic accidents? I urge our representatives to consult with law enforcement and public health officials before voting to add Hawaii's use of drugs. Arlene G. Wu Makiki. Well, thank you, Arlene, for bringing up the budding issue. Adult cannabis use. I'm kind of like for it because one, they can tax it with money, and two, if there's just regular shops that are, people can use recreational marijuana if you want to. Don't drive like drinking beers. Ooh, I can drive. So, but they can use that. Then they can buy it through regulated means, like buy it from a shop. Because
How do you feel?
if they buy it from drug dealers, then it basically supplies drug dealers with monies. And the drug dealers, if they buy the marijuana, it's like, hey man, there's some other drugs. You want this? You want that? Oh, we don't have any of those buds, but we got some other stuff. So you got drug dealers getting money. So it takes money out of the hands of drug dealers. So that's another thing to consider. Because that's exactly how the drug cartels in Mexico get so rich.
Stay with me.
They sell the buds too. So anyways, okay, so that's it. Have a great Thursday. Sorry it was long. Appreciate your watching if you are. So have aloha day now. Aloha. Bye now. Aloha.
Yeah.